How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. I really love season one and I can't wait for season two, especially since it's playful, it's very funny. And I'd like to know, how did you know where to push and pull with the tone of the show?
Yeah, I mean, the tone of the show obviously is really a dance between all kinds of things, between dark and light, between period and modern. There's so much, going on there. And I would say that, I'm kind of feeling my way through it creatively and artistically and trying always, even with all the craziness that the tone of the show brings in, it's really coming from the emotional truth of the characters and what it felt like for Emily Dickinson and the people around her to be kind of trapped in a particular period of history, which is something that actually, we all can relate to because all of us, even in the present, are dealing with the past.
How do you hope that people will find a cultural context to engage, especially with the people in the 1850s, with this current second season coming up on January 8th?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the whole project of Dickinson of using the 1850s and the time leading up to the Civil War, and ultimately in season three, we will be in the Civil War, using that as a kind of lens to see where we are in society today. It's gotten a bit more intense in this year of global pandemic and, social justice movements and uprisings. And, sometimes when you look at America, it can feel like the Civil War never ended. And I think that young people today know all of that. They're engaged with all of that. They're going through it themselves. And this is a show that, tries to meet them on their level and say, we need to sort through our history in order to create the future that we all want to be part of.
Now, I admire that you brought death to life with the talent of Wiz Khalifa, and I'd like to know, how in the world did you nab him to play Death for Dickinson?
Yeah, I mean that just feels like one of these kind of cosmic connections because we had actually put Wiz Khalifa on our mood board of images of like this is what we want death to be like we want a Wiz Khalifa vibe, and then somebody said, well, why don't we actually send this to Wiz Khalifa? And when we did, he read it and he just immediately wanted to do the part. And I sometimes think that Wiz Khalifa like is the only person who really understands Dickinson or something like that. But he's just like he's so awesome, and he's like the dream to embody this role that like is obviously larger than life.
Definitely, no doubt about that. So, what can the fans of season one look forward to season two?
Well, season two has a lot going on, and it definitely expands and elevates our world that we established in season one. The characters are a little older, a little more mature, a little more sophisticated, and Emily is encountering new kind of dangers that come in the world of society and in the world where people, including Sue, are pressuring Emily to seek fame. So season two really explores these ideas about fame and visibility and who gets to be seen and who doesn't. And, fame can be very tempting, but it can also be very threatening for an artist who has, a private and personal connection with their own inner voice. So these are all the things that we see Emily struggling with in season two. But, at the same time, we have like a lot of wild parties and a lot of crazy guest stars. And, we really kind of ramp things up on a level just purely of like spectacle and production. We have an episode at the opera. We have an episode at a spa. Again, I feel so blessed that we got to do all of that before COVID happened. It really, I think I'll look back on season two longingly sometimes because we definitely did things in it that would not be possible if we were trying to do it today.
Just by hearing about that, I'm looking forward to season two. And we thank you for your
Yay.
talent, for your efforts, and we cannot wait for January 8th so we can see season two of Dickinson. Thank you so much, Elena.
So great talking to you. Thank you.